Hello, everybody. This is Dr. J and Professor Spike with another edition of Talking Stocks. We're talking stocks from Long Island, New York, and Westchester County, New York. And it's a beautiful fall day here in Westchester. How about in Long Island, New York?
Some sun. You can see it on my face.
Yeah.
So I'm not unhappy.
I'm happy because Sava is happy.
I can't be happy till Sava's happy too.
Yeah, I don't know if I said it on the air, but I started nibbling on Novavax and Sava again.
Oh, okay.
So
I never left them, even though they were
I,
hurting us.
I never left them, but I started adding to my position. And we can thank Dan for Checkpoint. Checkpoint is rallying, Checkpoint Therapeutics.
Checkpoint, right?
Thank you, Dan. And what else? AABB. I'm going to shoot myself. I never miss on these penny stocks.
You're typically good on those things.
No, so I bought at 10 cents, 11 cents, 12 cents, and I put in a good till cancel for 29 cents. Remember I said my target is 29 cents? I said it on the air. It hit 28.6 cents today. I missed it. I was tied up. I couldn't look. And it's 16 cents last I looked. So I'm really very annoyed.
Gated.
Very annoyed at this.
Gated.
Very annoyed. But that's the stock market for you, right?
Yes. You lose some, you lose some.
Yeah, I did sell. I bought. Remember, I said I'm going to buy some calls on the XBI. So I did. I did, and I sold them all for a nice profit just before the show.
You're not a long-term holder on that? You don't think it's going to continue?
Well, I only bought the weekly call option, so I figured I only got 3 more days on it.
Understood.
I bought it on Friday after the show, or right after the show on Friday, I think. Or maybe I bought it before the show on Friday. I don't remember. Can't remember.
That's funny.
Too much detail. Well, let's see what Rego Marco wants. Rego Marco comes all the way from Switzerland just to be with us.
Does he really?
So anybody who travels that far just to be with us.
Indeed.
We have to look at T-Doc.
Oh, we got a couple people up today.
A historic Medicare drug negotiation agreement. Okay.
Who's that? Oh, Teledoc. Yeah, he was on Teledoc for a while, actually.
Senator Sinema has a statement. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Patrick, Bloomberg, hyperinflation will crash the world financial markets. That is, you're hearing a lot of that, hyperinflation talk.
Really?
And at the same time, you're hearing a lot of the transitory inflation talk, which is right.
Right. Transitory, okay.
They can't both be right.
Well, it's going to happen. The question is for how long, right? That's the issue.
Right now, the thinking of most economists is that this inflation is transitory.
Okay.
Now, if it's transitory, it's hard to say it's also hyperinflated. Or maybe it's hyperinflated for 6 months and then it's going to diminish. Who knows?
Well, we know that there's going to be an inflationary impact. And plus, we also know that COVID's been gumming up the works. So stagflation is not an impossibility coming up.
Stagflation down the road? Yuck. I hate that.
No, I know that would stink, but we can't rule it out.
I remember the 70s under Ford when we had that
whip inflation.
Under Ford when we had that stagflation. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right now the inflation is, though, forget the stagflation, the inflation is being driven by 3 things: higher wages, wage inflation, supply problems, and higher demand. So you got all 3 factors working for you in this to cause this hyperinflation that Patrick's talking about.
Yep.
What has Graham got to say? I like it too, Graham. Dr. J's been, I called the bottom on this one. I called the bottom. I said 111 to 115. I was close. Bottom was 110. Do I get credit for that? 1 penny. Come on, I got to get credit. And not only that, I told everybody I know it's time to buy ATHX, including our man Jake. I told him, hold off, hold off, hold off. And then I sent him a text telling him it's time to buy.
What did you get, around 113?
I think I told him it's time to buy right at 110.
Nice. I mean, I just bought some at 130 recently.
111 maybe. Patrick has got from the Wall Street Journal. He's not making this stuff up because he's giving us his sources: Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, right? So, yeah, we're about to pay illegal aliens $500,000 retribution per person for creating immigration laws restricting them. Where can I line up for this generous offer? Well, first you have to leave the country and then get in illegally. It's not just a line. You got to go through a process.
Funny.
Linda is looking for the pre-earnings move on BCRX.
Yeah. Well, if it's not moving now, maybe it'll move tomorrow after the earnings, which is something.
Maybe.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. I bought a ton of calls on Friday at BCRX. I'm up on them. I'm actually ahead on them, but not as much as I'd like. And the question is, do I take Magnificent Answer? You're the one who told me good move when I told you I'm going to be adding Novavax and Sava. MA encouraged me. Thank you, MA. MA is on the money, man.
Yep.
He's got a lot to say. It's the same thing over and over again.
Exactly.
Every time I hit MA, we get more Sava. For those who don't know, last I looked, it was up from 46 to 66.
Yeah, it's not as much now, but it's still up there.
Yeah, MA, we should chart it to the moon, please. You got it. Sava it is. And Athesis and TDoc and Checkpoint. We can chart them all. Graham Wood is giving me credit on Athesis.
Well, glad it's above 130.
I think Dan is just a little too early, but it'll happen, Dan. CTEC and VBIV will put in a PDUFA run. We have till the end of the month, so give it a little time.
Yeah, a little bit later, right?
Magnificent Answer is so gracious, giving me a you're welcome.
Yep.
But I really have to give him some credit on encouraging me when I said I'm going to be nibbling in those two stocks.
Yep.
MA says we're not done moving up on Sava.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That'd be a nice thing. Like I said,
Joda is giving me some credit. I'm getting a lot of credit today.
Yeah, well, more credits than debits is a good thing on a day.
I've been making some pretty good calls. XBI, I made a good call on XBI. I told everybody, I'm buying the calls, and I did buy the calls. I'm out. I pocketed the money. I made $400 for every call I bought. That's not so bad.
How much?
$400 a call. I bought deep in the monies.
Oh, right. Okay. Good. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just went outright into IBB recently, so I'm happy that it's floating.
IBB is a slower mover than XBI.
Yeah, I know, but I'm doing this. It's on my long-term account. I'm just bullish going forward. A lot of good news starting to come out, I think. As much as it has its direct seasons.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we have to chart some of these babies.
Some of them, yeah. And I also want to talk about Ford and Tesla and GM at some point.
GM is going the way of a buyout. They will be bought by Tesla, mark my words.
One would think that GM is too big to be bought. Like, shouldn't they be a buyer? It's like it's such a big thing.
Their market cap is 55 billion. They can buy them for 110 billion, and that's 1/12 of the market cap of Tesla. They still have 11 twelfths left over.
A bizarro world where GM could get eaten up by Tesla. It's just so hysterical.
Matt is in a magnificent mood. I can tell Matt's in a. You see this? Good afternoon.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
that
All those
corresponds
hosts
to,
are very
that
looking.
corresponds to being in a very good mood.
Yes, indeed.
A lot of people are making money as the IWM breaks 134 and change.
Oh,
Remember the upper limits that we were talking about?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess Professor Omar is the prevailer on that one in
I
terms
think
of
I think I
putting
I
money in
think
about
I
that.
think I'm right in there with Professor Omar now.
Yeah.
Chris,
What have you
hoping
done?
for clarification
What have
from
you done with?
BCX on their financials and how they might raise cash. All right. Maybe that's what's holding
I don't
back
think
the
they're going to
move.
need. They've had their offerings throughout the period,
Yeah, we got a lot of ATHX fans here.
so it would seem.
Yeah.
Um.
What do you want to start with?
Well, what were some of the ones that you listed? We might as well stick with our advertising. You talk about check.
Checkpoint first.
Let's see. You did AABB, Sava, Checkpoint. Those are some of the
I
ones you
will
listed.
start with Checkpoint.
Yeah. Now, what's the story?
Dan,
I keep on getting.
Dan A. Dan A is a Checkpoint guy.
Uh,
And if not for Dan A, I wouldn't be in this one. So I got to give credit where credit is due. Where is Jigglypuff these days?
he's been. He sort of was in parenthetically last week, but we'll see if he shows up late.
Yeah, because
There's
Jiggly should
a
be.
nice parabolic thing happening over here.
Yeah, I mean, Dan gave Jiggly this one at 250.
He did. That's right. That's right.
Told
Yeah.
him load up on it. I even remember exactly what he said. Load up on it, Jigs. And thank me later.
Yes, and I think he did comply. I think he went in. Is my
I hope
understanding.
so.
Question is whether he bailed at any time, but no, he did go in at around that time.
I went in as well, and I didn't bail. In fact, I've been adding.
Good on you.
I even added yesterday.
Nice little gap up over there. Very
Yeah,
nice. Is
it
this on
looks.
any kind of news?
This is all Dan A. Dan A. Wrote a comment on our vlog from Friday
Uh
that
huh.
it's a possible buyout. So
Gotcha.
I
Yeah,
added
he said they should have a
yesterday.
phase 3 next month. Phase 3 data next month.
You think I don't listen to Dan A. and MA? I know who to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm humble. I eat humble pie. There's nothing to really look at on the chart. It's a rocket ship. What are you going to say? It's already launched.
Right.
I'm not telling anybody to sell it because I'm not selling it. Up 20 cents today to 397. Wow, it's up higher over 4. Pretty nice volume all week. This was the big volume day back here. This was the tip-off that something was brewing right here on this green candle.
Mm-hmm.
Huge volume day. Volume that day was 33 million. Volume
That's
today,
week, actually. I think they could
volume
update
that week, right. Volume this week is 3 million. So I'll give you an idea.
Right.
But
yeah, right.
the good news is we took out the high of that week, which was 376. Took that out. So there's no reason why it can't fly further from here. Took out the
No reason whatsoever.
yeah. I'm not telling anybody to sell this one.
No, especially if the data is going to be good next week,
Yeah.
next month, whenever that is.
Well, pick another name. T-Doc?
Oh, Teledoc, yeah. Yeah, no, they gave us that. I saw it. I was looking at it, and then when I saw this chart and this decay, I said I'm not even going to bother. But it looks like it's rebounding a bit.
Yes. News out of Washington.
Are we still on the weekly? Are we still on the weekly on this one?
Yes. This is news out of Washington. Should I switch to the daily?
Well, what was the news? Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, there was
But
some.
Ragamarco was talking about something to do with Senator Sinemet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Weekly. It's okay. You're still getting the good information here.
Still in the weekly. I just want to draw this trend line. I mean, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 week trend line at this point, so it's nothing to sneeze at. It does look like it's made a U-turn, and we're going on up. Now let's look at the daily, more granular. We're going to get more granular. You like that that word?
I love that word. That's one of my favorites.
It's one of my favorite words, granular. It's kind of like sugar.
Actually, yeah, the trend line underestimates when you go that way.
All right, so look at this big candle. Wow, that says it all. Not only is it an engulfing candle, it engulfed 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, 8 days, 9 days, 10 days, 11 days, 12 days, 13 days, 14 days, 15-day engulfing candle. Something like that, or 10-day engulfing candle.
Yeah, no, it looks like we have something pretty critical between the 9-day and the 50 meeting.
That is one hell of just on that basis of that one candle, I would buy this stock.
Right.
And now you're at support at the 100. I'm buying it right now on my phone.
Oh, you're gonna buy it online. Yeah, I mean,
this is an online purchase.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, this requires online purchase money. Hang in there while I do this.
Yes.
Won't take too long. Trade by T-Doc.
Well, yeah, you're pretty quick on the draw anyway.
Yeah, I'm pretty quick.
It's what happens with all that practice, being the day trader that you are.
I am a day trader.
You're not really a day trader.
I buy one day and I sell another day, so I'm a day trader.
It makes you a trader.
I don't know. I'm a day trader. Buy on one day and sell on another day.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not gonna argue semantics.
This is an expensive stock. I can't buy too much of it.
It's expensive, right? Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's in the right business.
It looks good to me, man. I'll tell you that much. The chart looks real nice. All right.
It does indeed.
What else? IWM. We got to look at that.
We should look at IWM. Oh, by the way, did you bail on those shorts, the short, or are you still holding on to those?
I'm not short anything.
Oh, I thought you bought some S.
I did buy a hedge. I closed it the very next day when I saw it wasn't working.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. See, I'm still
You
holding a
gotta
little
know when to hold them
pessimism.
and know when to fold them.
Indeed, indeed, something I have to learn.
Now this one
Still being hold of stuff we talked about 10 years ago.
took out the high today, 234.85, took out the old high, 234.50 something. So we're
Yep.
now in business. We are now in business.
Yep. The question was whether it was a parabola or a cubic, and it looks like it's a cubic because
It
we've been
looks
in a
to me
point of
like
inflection.
like it wants to go finally.
Yeah, no, like I said, I thought it was going to turn down, and Dr. Omar seemed to indicate that it was going to turn up. But
Well, Professor Omar has been talking melt up. If this thing takes off, we would have the melt up.
indeed, that he's been maintaining that optimistic
This
position.
is the broad market rather than just the S&P, which is 500, and the Dow, which is just 30.
Right.
We're talking 2,000 stocks here. This has got the power of the people, so to speak.
Hmm. Well, yeah, definitely a breakthrough that support that ceiling.
There we go. 205, 234, 2. This has been the forever.
Yeah, no, we've
Trading edge.
been in that range since January.
Right now, it's not good enough because oftentimes it dips its toes above or below and then comes right back down. So it's got to make a bit of a break.
It's got to break that line, yeah.
It's really got to break it.
But it looks like it's got the momentum to do just that.
Hope so. Right now, the judge and jury are still, undecided.
For one more week, and then we'll see.
Yeah.
No, this is definitely a telling picture. Definitely.
We will be bought.
Oh, Orinia. Oh, yes, yeah, I missed the vote on that one.
Yeah, I keep taking my sweatshirt on and off as I get cold and hot and hot and cold.
Uh huh.
That's kind of like the market.
Well,
I get hot, I get cold. My
this is
body
Westchester
temperature.
way. Westchester gets this way around late
I think
October.
my body temperature varies with the market. Do you think that's possible?
Well, right when you get feverish.
Yeah.
Right, we'll make that a negative. When you get feverish, it's time to sell.
This is still a green candle today, even though I
Yeah.
mean it's a doji, but we're down 60 cents, but it's still a
Well,
green candle.
we still got about another half an hour yet.
Oh, I see. We're on the weekly.
We are. I didn't notice. Okay.
I keep jumping back and forth.
Yeah. All right.
It's a mildly bearish candle. No big deal.
Nonetheless, I mean, it's not filling that gap. It's not going to the middle of that big green candle.
Yeah, well, it went to the middle of this big green candle, which is
Right.
perfect.
Which is fine, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on you guys. So I hope you guys make money on this.
Well, I already am.
Well, you already are. I know. It doesn't all fall apart. I mean, you notice that Tesla's still above 1,000, even though he claimed that there really was no deal with Hertz after all.
Oh yeah. How much should
Sometimes the good news is enough to buoy you, even if it goes away.
Tesla? I'll take a quick look at Tesla.
And then Avis did some really weird stuff today for whatever reason.
Tesla's only down 30. It's nothing.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, they talk about this big deal, and the deal's there, and the deal's not there, because the funny thing is some people were treating that as bad news because then he'd have to give Hertz the cars at a discount. so so
Yeah, but
he's sort of
you can't keep up with demand. It's impossible for him to keep up with demand.
right. So the fact that he got demand for 100,000 at a lower than premium price made some people think of it as bad news, even though it can't be. It's got to be great news.
It's great news because it's great PR.
Right.
Not only that, people who go to Hertz and would be driving Teslas like the way it drives, and they'll buy them.
That's a very good point. There's no better way to sell a car than to do that.
I bought cars because I rented them and I liked them.
Right. You're right, as did I. So no, it makes a lot of sense.
And I wish I had held my Tesla, but I didn't.
I know I took a quick jump, but you still made money, I'm sure.
Yeah, I made a few bucks.
Right. But you're right.
But
This is
but
something maybe they just shove into the side and not
the
even
thing
look
to
at.
buy, the car company to buy right now is GM.
You want to throw a chart of
Because Tesla is going to buy them out.
that? From your mouth to God's ear.
No, from my mouth to Elon's ear.
Oh yeah, okay, fine.
Elon only thinks he's God. He's not really.
Yeah, but you're right. It would be a very bold move for him to buy GM. But let me ask you a question: if he bought GM, would he be slumming it, or from his perspective?
Um,
I mean, granted, they have great infrastructure in terms of factories.
he wouldn't be slumming it. First of all, to get the technology from Cruise, which will complement his self-driving technology.
Uh-huh.
I think it's great synergy there.
Okay. I mean, certainly, it puts him into the truckster market better than he would on his own, assuming that's even someplace he'd want to be.
What's the? I think the market cap is 55 billion on this one. Is that right?
I am not sure. I'll take a look.
I'm almost sure.
So yeah, he's saying it's eminently affordable by somebody like
I'm almost sure. I can't find it. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's 55 billion. So it cost them maybe 110 billion. It's drop in the bucket.
the market cap is 75 billion, 79 billion.
All right, so he has to pay 1.6. Yeah, I'll have to pay 160 billion. Still no problem.
The enterprise value is 165 billion.
No problem.
Yeah, no, he could easily come up with it since he's got such market capitalization.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
This is the story stock of the day. As it's quickly sliding back from the highs of the day as we speak. So is this going to turn red by the end of the day?
I doubt it.
Anything is possible. It was, like in Macy's, a 1 hour sale.
That's funny.
They do have those 1 hour sales. Everyone stands online for that hour. And,
The blue light special.
yeah. Well, let's see why the hell they made that move. It had to take this guy out.
I don't think there was much news on it. I mean, a lot of people were talking about it on the twits, but not, with respect to anything external.
No news. So why did it make this crazy move? I like when stocks make moves on no news.
No, the news is that it moved. That's what the news is.
What I see is
Plus
that it took out a key level here at 57.20. That's about all that I can see on the daily. Switch to the
Well,
weekly.
people were just thinking it was a bit oversold, considering that. Remember, a lot of the quote unquote bad news was
Well, let's take a look at the RSI. RSI is, where is it? Down here. It's right in the middle, 50.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Now it is. Where was it yesterday?
Let's see the weekly.
It looks like a more volatile stock when you look at it that way.
Here's the 50-day. Maybe you took out taking out the 50 was enough to get it moving on the weekly.
Like I said, all the news about it is about the price movement, not about anything fundamental.
Well, look at the 50-day moving average, 50.96.
50 week.
And maybe that's what gave it some momo. I don't know, but it's giving it back like real fast. If you're in this one, you're sinking like quicksand.
Nah.
So it's
not affecting my behavior on that one because I'm not buying, I'm not selling.
I'm not selling. I've been buying, but
look at this. Dan says that Pfizer on a conference call said they are pursuing some new opportunities, and so there's a little bit of a whisper that opportunity might be going into Alzheimer's, like for Sava. That's what Dan A says.
Well, they're in Alzheimer's.
That would be wonderful if that happened.
What are you talking about?
No, it's just something that Dan is reporting.
I'm not following your logic. What are you saying?
But, do I have to repeat it?
Yeah.
Like I know what I'm saying too. I said Dan A said that there's rumor to be some activity between Pfizer and Sava.
Oh, Pfizer's going to partner up with them, maybe.
It's a whisper. It's not a certainty, but it's a whisper.
No, it's not. It's just a whisper. Nobody's shouting it.
Correct.
That would be great for the stock and great for Pfizer.
It would lend credibility all the way around.
There's another one that I forgot his name already. Doug Finelli wrote a comment on our vlog about this one. This one is another Alzheimer's play. They completed phase 2. So it's a matter of time before you get the data on phase 2 on an Alzheimer's study. The chart is very good. So I bought some of this as well. I think I'd owned a little bit of it and I added. Looking good.
I mean, the other ones have been moving up in sympathy. Novavax, Innovis, Immune.
Yeah, they're all starting to move. This is the one that I deserve a little credit on by telling people hold off, and then put out my buy signal.
Exactly.
I nailed it. Right at the 111 area. I really nailed this one.
Yeah,
we're back to 130 already.
We'll be very happy.
Really nailed this one. I'm proud of this call. And where she stops, nobody knows. I mean, once this thing gets
data any day now, right?
Not any day. I would say the end of.
We keep saying that joke because that's whenever Jiggly wants to make fun of Pete, that's what he says.
Yeah, it's kind of like cold fusion is 5 years away. Never happened. Or the cure for cancer is 5 years away, right?
Yeah. Mañana y mañana. Mañana.
I love this picture though. The weekly is so beautiful. You have like this is called three white soldiers. Just a beautiful pattern that you don't see too often. Just beautiful.
Yep.
I mean, it's not the perfect. There should be a separation between the hair and hair, but it's close enough.
No, it's fine.
Beautiful pattern. Oh, this is a daily. 3 white soldiers on the daily. Very bullish pattern. This particular pattern is right about 90% of the time, especially after a long downtrend like this. It signals a clear-cut reversal.
Again, that would be wonderful.
It would be wonderful, wonderful.
The only other one that you actually mentioned that from your ad was the AABB, the one that you
That
found.
one, I told you, I missed by
Yeah,
point four,
you're crying about that one.
point 0.4 cents or something. I missed it. I missed it.
Now, could just because because Mantis has been talking about it a lot, going back and forth. Can you take a look at Novavax? Do you have any?
Novavax has been rallying, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's been going on. It's been going. I mean, it's been just. I don't know what to make of this company.
I don't know what to make of it either, but I'm glad I didn't sell any.
Oh, you still have? Okay, good.
Yeah, glad I didn't sell any. That much I can tell you.
Because I was looking for my enter opportunity, and I never really found one that was not that was hospitable. And then all of a sudden, bango! I mean, Mantis was, all the positive stuff happening out of Europe just made him.
You want to take out the 50 on this 201.60. Takes out 201.60. I think we're back in business. It's going to continue to run. First day, Momo. Momo.
Yeah, no, I mean it's parabolic.
50, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Did you buy any of it at the low?
I bought. I did. I added a little bit, very little.
Good.
But the way I see this one, take out the 50 and it'll first fly. I don't know what made it sell off. I don't know what's making it come back.
There was the thing, people talking about something being not being completely clean, and then but then Europe, that turned out not to be true, and then Europe started approving some more and more stuff, and so the news turned around on it. So there was so it was probably maybe what happens when you try to deplete a stock and then you can buy in.
So let me get this straight. They were selling a dirty vaccine.
Somebody was saying that there was something that wasn't completely clean about some of the batches.
There was schmutz in the lab.
Something like that, and then,
schmutz in the lab.
a lot of that ended up getting debunked, and then the approvals started coming, and now we're off to the races.
Now it's clean. They cleaned it up. No more schmutz.
The question was it ever dirty in the first place? Okay, so Chris says that the vaccine now got authorized in Indonesia as well. Yeah, so a lot of foreign movement, bringing this one up.
PFE had a good move. Didn't PFE have a good move today?
I'm not sure. Wasn't watching that one. Oh, look
Very
at that.
good move. Very nice move. Beautiful move. PFE is breaking out.
There you go. Oh, it's about
love
time.
it. I love it.
That's why I'm glad I'm in the index.
I own quite a bit of PFE. I own a little bit of Novavax. I own a fair chunk of Moderna, which I think is they're down, aren't they?
No, well, they did bust the 340 again. I don't know if they're still above it, but they were in the afternoon.
Okay, they're up.
We're up.
I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. And do you have anything to say about VBIV?
VBIV is going to go on a PDUFA run along with CPIC. I'm convinced it will have a little PDUFA run at the end of November.
Yeah, it's been in the doldrums. That's pretty much been a downtrend for the longest time.
Yeah, it's trying to rally.
Okay.
It's making a vain attempt at a rally.
So yeah, okay. So you're thinking maybe we might get a little bit of movement on PDUFA. If the way I see it, if we get a fair amount of movement on PDUFA, then after PDUFA, it's just gonna die like a fish.
Maybe, but let's get
that's our experience.
Let's get the movement of.
That's like the difference between this and BCRX. At least BCRX isn't inflating beforehand.
Yeah,
So
that's
maybe something will happen. We'll get a nice pop tomorrow.
the VBI vaccines. VBIV has made a little bit of a move.
And this is the hepatitis, right? So there was
Yeah,
some on the way, or some good news on the way with that.
this I don't like. This is going to hurt my options, my November options.
Oh yeah, well yeah, you're looking for movement, but
I wanted to sell them after the show today. I don't know if I will or not. I think I still have a profit in them.
you're being squoze.
Yeah,
Squozed.
I mean, I don't know if I want to stay in for earnings or not.
You have no other choice.
Well, I mean, I do have a little small profit if I get out.
Yeah, but if this thing makes either a real pop or a real drop, then you could actually make
There's
some money.
always a choice. You always have a choice.
I'm hoping for a pop tomorrow, but I have a horse in this race.
I have a shipload of this stock. Shipload.
Well, it's my biggest holding, so
It's my biggest holding as well.
even though
So,
by all rights, Sava should be because it's made us the most money over this year.
so what do you do with this? Do you gamble through earnings, or do you sell half, or what do you do
No,
with this?
I'm holding.
Holding to earnings.
I'm holding.
Okay. Now
So
you heard it here. Professor Spike is holding through
I'm holding.
earnings.
Dan
Okay.
said VBIV's PDUFA is for hepatitis vaccine, and he says there are already 3 on the market. So
Well,
he's
now
not
it'll
on
soon there'll be 4.
there you go. I think they missed the boat on COVID too, but that wasn't really the play. But
CTI is
Manson disagrees.
CTI is beginning to make its move off the bottom.
That's good.
And look at how sharp a move
Holding is not enough for
it
Sava.
was 250, and it's starting to really. I think it'll rocket.
Yeah, this is another one to keep an eye out. On the run to PDUFA, right? Because that's the end of the month as well.
I think it's going to rocket.
Oh, I hope you're right. Oh, yeah, it does look like it's poised to, doesn't it?
It does look like it's going to rocket to me. Today's candle is ugly, but I think it's going to rocket.
Oh, what, a graveyard doji?
Yeah, it's not quite a graveyard doji, but it's an ugly candle. Look at yesterday's candle by comparison, a beautiful candle. These dojis don't mean much though, because then this is more significant at a top. This kind of candle. So not concerned.
So it's just
Were there any others that
low roll?
Any other stocks you want charted before we call it a day?
Any specific things? Well, let's see if the audience has anything to say.
How about MREO? Considering Ragamarco is here.
That's fine, actually. And somebody was thanking us for the lithium calls.
Yeah, the lithium is very hot.
So
this is a good one. Ragamarco gave us this one lower, I believe.
Okay.
Ragamarco, I think you gave it to us lower. Am I right?
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's looking good. MREO is looking good.
It is.
How about Cala? That's one that Dan likes, or did like. I don't know if he still does.
Right.
Dan A, you still like this one? It seems to have bottomed.
Yeah,
We have I think we put in the bottom finally. This has been dreadful, but looks like a bottom.
Magnificent Answer wants you to look at Arrowhead.
Sure. This one has definitely bottomed. We have 4 hits right at the bottom. There's almost like nothing to lose but to go into the Scala off the chart.
No, yeah, I remember our discussion about Calla. That's right.
What was the ARW?
ARWR,
Arrowhead?
yeah.
Wow. Holy mackerel.
Well, when the good news hits, the good news hits, huh?
Wow. Woo. What, these are some couple of days it's
Let me see
put
what he said.
in.
Oops.
All I can say is holy
Am I still on?
mackerel.
Did I lose you?
What did Phil Rizzuto say? Holy mackerel?
Rego Marcos. Holy
What did,
mackerel.
oh no, you said
Let's
something
see.
else. Holy, what's the Cazones? What's the dessert?
Oh, there's this holy moly, right? Holy
No, there's
cannoli.
a dessert. There's a dessert that
Holy
he used
cannoli.
to.
Holy cannoli.
Holy cannoli. Thank you.
Holy cannoli.
He used to say holy cannoli.
Yes, it's more than just a dessert. It's heaven. It's heaven in a tube.
Yep. All I can say is holy cannoli to these 2 days.
Right. That's what he said. If you think it's moving today, look at what it did yesterday.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful rally.
They
I'm
announced
not. I'm speechless. I'm happy for Chris. Chris has been in this a long time.
Oh, okay.
All right.
We might as well end on this good news.
Sure. So the market is heating up. In summary, we want to break that 135 line
The
in
IWM,
the
yeah.
IWM. We're happy with the movements that we've seen today in Sava and Athesis. We're very happy with
Bullish on the phone.
Biotech waking up, ARWR. I'm happy to have bought some TDOC.
Right. And
PRTG is an old friend. This is the one we all
this is
made
the one that
money
you doubled
on.
your money with, right?
Yeah, we all made money on this one.
Yeah, I doubled my 50 cents to $1. It was great.
Yeah.
But
So Dan says the fundamentals are okay on Cala. Waiting on data before end of year. And the technicals look good right now on Cala. So maybe we got to take a serious look at Cala.
Okay.
Adios, amigos. Have a great weekend.
Circle.
Ciao.
Great week. Yeah, we'll see you guys on Friday.
On Friday, I thought today was Friday. I'm all mixed up already.
It's because your teaching schedule's messed up.
Wait a second. What year is it again? Oh yeah. Have a good one, everybody. Shalom, and subscribe to the Senile Old Guy's show. He makes a lot of money for a lot of people, especially
it's
himself.
like this savant thing that goes.
You know what it is? I make a lot.
You may not know the day, but he knows what side of the.
I make a lot of money for myself. I try to share it all, with my thinking. I try to, as soon as I get into something, I share it, don't I?
Yeah, I know. You're never silent about that stuff.
No, I always share it.
So,
Adios, amigos.